Hey, I got you back at the Dreams of Money studio, and it's me, Big Trell Crab. Dreams of Money, 901 Law. Dreams of Money, we everywhere, we taking over. Dreams of Money Family Empire. Today I come to you with a hot topic. Let's talk about Ralo, Fam Goon. Most of y'all know him from being with Lil Baby, Lil Marlo, Young Scooter, Lil Durk, Glizzy. It came up, people are trying to figure out, is he a rat or not? I'm going to start off by saying this. I'm in no shape, form, or fashion here to bash Ralo. I heard he does great things for the community. If there's true, 100. But what I am here to do is speak on facts. I commented on one of DJ Akademiks' posts about Ralo not snitching. I got I don't know how many likes, how many comments, but it done ran up on DJ Akademiks' page. I'm Big Trell Crab, Mr. Summit Avenue. I only speak in facts. One thing I want to touch on this tough topic is DJ Akademiks is not qualified to say Ralo is not a rat. Two, 1090 Jake is not qualified to speak on if Ralo is a rat. Three, 21 Savage is not qualified to speak on if he's a rat or not. Me, Big Trell Crab, I'm not even qualified to speak on calling him a rat or not. For one, neither one of us have been to a FCI or a USP. Okay, I know y'all probably saying, well, 1090 got locked up. To my knowledge, 1090 Jake went to a youth facilities all throughout Florida, right? So since I already brought his name up, I'll talk about him first. One reason he's not qualified is speculation of paperwork on him ratting on his homeboys. I have nothing against 1090 Jake, but we're speaking on facts. If there's speculation about him ratting on his homeboys on a case, he's not qualified. Two, if there's speculation, well, this ain't speculation, there's a video floating around of him ratting on guards saying they was bringing in cell phones and drugs in the penitentiary. That's ratting. Three, I just got to throw this out there. He's a white blood. And again, I have nothing against him, but I have to speak on facts. He's a white blood. He's from the East Coast. But when he went to California, he tapped in with no bloods. I've never seen a blood go to California or no gang member go to California and not tap in with one gang member of the same gang. He was tapped in with Crips. I guess he said that he from the East Coast or whatever, but I'm from Memphis. These dudes tap in all around the country, whatever gang they in. So I don't quite understand it. Akademiks is not qualified. Again, this is not because I had nothing against these guys, but he said he's part of the P, which means women vagina, N-word, association. So he already said he's a coward. He throws shots at people and he runs around with security. He don't really run around, he be in the house. So, but he takes shots at people and he's scared. He's letting it be known he's gonna call the police on anybody. So Ralo can't use Akademiks to help him explain that he's not a snitch. 21 Savage, again, I love his music. I like what he does in East Atlanta. No issues against none of these guys. 21 Savage caught a gun charge. I don't know how many years ago. Whack 100 talks about it all the time. They even read the paperwork. Not me saying, I'm not saying 21 Savage is a rat in no shape, form, or fashion. But the U visa program, because he's not an American citizen, if you catch a felony, they'll do you just like they did 50 Cent homeboy, bang him on Smurf. You get banned out the country. You gotta go. You get expedited. You gotta go. You get whatever it's called, detransportation, whatever, you gotta go. So he hasn't been to court to people's knowledge, right? The U visa encourages ratting. They not saying 21's a rat, but the U visa program that helps them stay in America encourages ratting in the community. Those three guys cannot be qualified. But Ralo, I feel he could have used those three guys, right? Got whoever the jailhouse lawyer is, Ralo knows this. Just like I see he was saying, look, Durk started back following him. Shaq Glizzy still following him. They still mess with him, right? He knows this. Look, Durk knows this because his daddy, Big Durk, knows this. It's somebody that's locked up with Ralo that could read his paperwork. And I feel like since he tried to buy his way out of jail, he tried to buy his freedom, he tried to pay somebody to take his charge. Maybe he should have used his money and got a jailhouse lawyer, whoever reads paperwork in the institute he locked up with. They could have probably had went live or something, or they could have got on with Akademiks, with 1090 Jake, with 21 Savage. Again, I have nothing against none of these guys. I look at all their stuff, but this is a matter of being qualified. None of us have been to a USP or FCI, so you're not qualified. And if you're not the guy who reads paperwork at whatever USP or whatever FCI, you're not qualified to say a man's not a rat or he is or isn't a rat. Now, I see he said that he did the pimp the feds move. That's not a new move, but I had a family member that wanted to pimp the feds, and he played a game with the feds. My uncle got on his ass. I swear to God, my uncle got on his motherfucking ass. My uncle said you don't play those games. Now, if Ralo was non-black and he was maybe Mexican or Colombian or Cuban or Puerto Rican, I really feel like he wouldn't have had an issue playing that game. But in the black community, you're not supposed to sit down with the people. It's how they look at it. If you in the streets or you in the USP or FCI, DOC period. That's how they look at it. But I've heard about that before, trying to pimp the feds. But again, like I said, I got nothing against none of these guys. But Lil Durk knows that he knows that. Shaq Glizzy knows that these guys are rappers. Lil Baby knows that if all these guys supposed to be street, they know that Akademiks, 1090 Jake, 21 Savage ain't qualified to say you are or are not a rat. You would have to get somebody who's done time, who read paperwork for their car. If they ain't read paperwork for no car, only other person could justify not reading is a lawyer. But lawyers, just like prostitutes, they'll do anything for some money. So we can't always agree with it. But snitch accusations are to be taken very serious because you could lose your life, especially in the federal penitentiary, behind a rat rumor. So I'm not calling him no names. I'm saluting everybody who I even spoke on. But Big Trell Crowd speaks on facts. And since so many people wrote up under my comment, I had to fight back and give you the truth about who's qualified and who's not qualified. So that's all I'm gonna say. One.